So after CK, you go back to Louisville, and I think Tampa was in there too, and then you go to Cincinnati with Randy Michaels at
Yeah, Randy. By then,
WLW.
I had met Randy Michaels, and was a wonderful man. He did a lot of. I know a lot of people are down on him about the.
I think a lot of people think that sometimes when he was the president of Clear Channel, that he ruined radio with voice tracking and other stuff. But in reality, I mean, as you can see right now, the way the world is gone, he didn't ruin it. He was just way ahead of its time.
He wanted to do just that. He was trying to be in charge of just enough where there was some great radio around.
You're at WLW, and you're doing afternoon drive, and how long did you do that? It was a huge amount of years.
27.
27 years on the radio.
I started and I loved WLW. I mean, and I'll tell you a quick little story why. When I was in the Army, and I was in Germany, and we were in Burbank, Germany, and there was something was happening around. There were a lot of guards and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But there was a car, there was a Jeep actually. And the Jeep, the guys were waving somebody over here. It was an American radio station they were picking up, WLW. I never forgot about it. And then all of a sudden I come upon WLW. That's where I was listening to, back in those early days.
For a while there, my understanding was they had something like 500,000 watts because they had, or 300 or something like that.
They did.
Until the FCC started putting limits on things. So you probably heard the 500,000 watts.
I probably did. It was the Nation station or something like that.
Yeah.
One woman was talking about she kept getting it in her teeth.
If there was a manager watching right now, as an example, and you had a morning show that you wanted it to make it better, how much difference does that make when you actually put a pretty decent crew around somebody, assuming they have talent, and to try to raise the whole thing up?
Make sure they're on his side.
Okay.
Right off. I mean, because you don't know, there are some bad guys out there. Make sure they're friendly with each other and they're enjoying it. You can listen to it and see if this person is capable of doing, what, and then use him for what he does best.
Of all the stations that you worked at, where do you don't have to say CK, but, and I would assume it would be LW, but maybe.
No, I wouldn't say CK for my kind of show. I think probably it would have been LW.
WLW?
Because and they didn't inhibit me. They were always supportive. But also CK was very supportive. So I think, but for some reason, and I don't know what it is, I always felt like when I was that long run at WLW. Was just just amazing, and I never worried about a thing. I never plus too, I was getting closer to retirement, and so I got to the point of where now I'm retiring, and then I realized that's it. I did that pretty well.
Do you remember what was running through your head the last show? I mean, it's the last show of an enormous amount of time in radio.
Oh yeah, just don't cry. And I didn't. I almost did when Seg came in. Seg came in and to do sports, and as we started going down, I noticed he wasn't even talking to me, and I was, hey, and then he looked up. I saw a tear coming down there. And I'm like, here I go. Don't do it.
For 25 years, he's been the only good reason to get caught in traffic on the drive home.
Well, hello, how are you, Gary Burbank?
Gary Burbank's final 3-hour show came in front of a packed studio of fans.
Well, I wanted to wish you the best.
And old friends like former radio partner Doc Wolf and former colleague Bob Trumpy.
Bob was a little late getting up here because he was letting the air out of your tires.
Trumpy would do that when somebody got in his parking place.
But the laughter gave way to tears when Bill Segman Dennison said his farewell.
I just want to say thanks for allowing me to be a small part of your radio genius.
As for Burbank, he said he was determined not to cry on his way out the door. He said goodbye with one last song.
I love everybody, especially you. I love everybody, especially you.
Just say, it was a funny ride home.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
For Duke Sinatra, Slim Tempo, Rob Irvin, I'm Gary Burbank. Goodbye. Know that it's true. I love everybody, especially